So earlier you had mentioned the second generation sort of alternative lifestyle family model. And I guess starting with Captain Fantastic, if Ben and Leslie, if Leslie had been fine and Ben and Leslie had continued this lifestyle, do you feel like it would have been iterable? Do you feel like the children would have then raised their own kids in the wilderness and continued, and it would have still looked like this?
I feel like, well, so this is partially based off of sort of my experience in statistics. I would assume that half of the kids would leave and never speak to their parents again, and the other half would stay in the forest and raise their kids exactly the same way. I think like that 50% attrition rate is highly common in alternative lifestyles. And
I
I
think that'd
think
be, yeah.
maybe 50% is even ambitious. Maybe if you'd only be like one kid who came back.
Well, and the kids
But
who
I
left,
think
would they have done okay? And the kids who
yes.
stayed, would it have looked very similar to Ben and Leslie's family?
So I mean I think if they're kids who stayed, who never went into society, they would probably be doing very similar things to Ben and Leslie. The only difference would be, I mean, presumably if they're going to start their own families, they would need to bring in outside spouses.
Yeah.
And as the community grows, you're going to get different sort of influences and opinions, and it's going to change the way the whole thing works as you add more and more people. But I think largely, I think it is iterable up to a certain point. I think once you get to a certain size, there's certain things they were doing that you couldn't do with maybe say 50 people.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
guess we do have examples of iterable communities, such as the Amish and the Mennonites.